The man was about to cheat with his mistress in the car, but in the next second, his wife got straight into the vehicle. Just moments earlier, Michelle, a female driver on her first day at work, was about to drive her boss, Bateman, to the company. But when Bateman saw the driver was a woman, he got out of the car right away and told Michelle to get lost. As Bateman turned to leave, Michelle wasn't having it. She stopped him, saying she was the only one who could get him to the meeting on time. Reluctantly, Bateman tossed the car keys to Michelle. On the way, Bateman kept pushing Michelle to drive faster. When they arrived at the company, no sooner had Bateman gotten out than a cop came over and gave Michelle a ticket. Half an hour later, when Bateman got back in the car, Michelle asked him to reimburse her for the ticket, but he refused to pay. Instead, he ordered her to drive to a hotel. After Bateman got out, Michelle noticed a flurry of texts from his wife. She quickly found the room Bateman was in, but it was a sexy woman who answered the door. Then, to Michelle's shock, she saw Bateman stumble out of the room, half-dressed. Behind Michelle, Bateman was groveling to his wife, Nancy. Turns out Nancy had come home early from her business trip. On the drive home, worried about arousing his wife's suspicion, Bateman told Michelle to speed up. That's when Michelle asked Bateman to get out and help fix the engine. 10 minutes later, Bateman hurried to explain to his wife why he was late, and with Michelle chiming in to back him up, Nancy believed her husband. She even asked Michelle to drive her to the mall the next day. As Nancy and Bateman were about to leave, Bateman quickly reminded Michelle to book him a luxury car. The next morning, as Michelle sat in the car, she spilled the beans to Nancy about Bateman's affair. It turned out Nancy had already had her suspicions about Bateman. That afternoon, Bateman and his mistress Linda got into the luxury car. Just then, Nancy suddenly got in, pulled out a recorder she'd stashed in the car that morning, and handed Bateman divorce papers. She announced he'd lose all his assets, then told the driver to stop and dumped Bateman on the side of the road. As Bateman watched Nancy drive off, he finally realized his mistake.